If you're a small business, you're by now familiar with the social media site Twitter. Now you're asking, how do I use this site to my advantage, especially when it comes to my small business? Heather Broad is the City Director for Entrepreneur Mom Now Calgary. Hi.
Hi.
How was your parking this morning? Heather had some issues parking
Far
this morning.
away.
Everything's okay though.
Construction threw me off.
Oh, that construction. Small business advice, because a lot of folks are saying to themselves, hey, I've heard about this Twitter thing. I hear it's pretty cool. Now you've come up with something kind of cool called, well, not you personally, but you advocate tweet chats.
Yes.
First of all, what's tweet chat?
So a tweet chat is when you have a time, a set aside prescribed time, where you get a group of people to come together and have a conversation. And you sort of filter out all the other Twitter noise. You use a hashtag to be able to be part of that conversation, and it's either half an hour long or an hour long, and it's just a nice way to engage with your community, to build followers.
From everywhere?
From everywhere, yeah.
You can follow along, by the way, speaking of tweet chats, at our hashtag, tweet chats. We've pulled up your site here. Now, you had one back in earlier November, and the tweet chat in this case was how to maximize holiday sales.
Yes.
And this is very fascinating because you say, look, I'm teaming up with some other folks here.
Yeah.
Our topic is about how, maximizing holiday sales. And as we scroll down, then you have responses. Hey, you should join the Twitter chat, and there's going to try and figure out how to do a Twitter chat. But there's people also asking about that particular topic. So you're engaging in conversation by just coming up with a simple topic. And that's all it is. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Is it difficult to reach these people? I mean, you've got to let people know ahead of time.
Yeah.
You do it through Twitter?
We do. We do about 2 weeks before.
Okay.
And we'll create an event. We'll create a Facebook event. And
that's how you'd get started.
We'll use all our channels. We'll use all our other social media channels to drive everyone to Twitter. So we'll use Twitter, Google+, we'll use Facebook, LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff. And about 2 to 3 weeks before, we'll start saying, hey, mark your calendars, this time and this date, we're going to be having a conversation about this topic. This is the hashtag that you need to follow to join in.
So someone who's starting this, like yourself, does that person have to be an expert in that field or in that particular topic?
No, because our topics are so broad.
Okay.
We'll bring in guest tweeters as well. That's something else that we've done. Not necessarily will myself or my partner in Edmonton run it. We might just sort of facilitate it with a guest speaker and someone who's got more knowledge on that subject, depending what that subject is, than us, and they'll come in and then they'll sort of take it over, and we'll just sort of moderate it that way. And that's a popular way to do it as well, is to bring in other people into your chat.
So they can just join in the conversation.
Yeah, they just follow that hashtag at that time.
And the hashtag is important as well too. That's key, because you only have 140 characters.
Yes.
So let's not use too much room in your hashtag.
Yeah, you don't want it too long, and you want to make sure that you do a test of it beforehand to see if someone's already using it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because then you can get into other conversations, or that it doesn't spell something funny when it's all meshed together.
When you're reading these tweets, and everyone is reading them, when do you jump in?
The way that we've done it is it's somewhat scripted and it's somewhat free flow. So it's sort of a cross between the two, where we come in with preset questions of what we're going to ask and our own responses and our own links to really good articles. And then it just depends on the interaction of who's involved in the chat as to how long we talk about that one question. Or do we need to move on to the next one because we're sort of getting crickets now? And so it's just a matter of, they're all dynamic and they all have a life of their own. But we come in, you know, with some framework. I would suggest coming in with some framework, not just, hey, let's just talk about this.
Just in case there's a lull.
Yeah, just in case there's a lull.
Type of thing.
And people might be new joining a chat and they don't really know, or they might just be watching it and they don't want to participate. So we always come in with what we call a script. And it doesn't look like it's contrived, but it is a little bit.
Yes.
But a lot of it's free flow conversation, because you never know what people are going to say back to you.
How long should it be?
Ours are an hour. It flies by really, really quickly. I would say minimum half an hour, maximum an hour. And you're getting these people's attention for that long, and that's kind of the big thing about them.
That's the draw.
That's the draw.
That's the draw. But there's also some post-chat.
Yes, there's post chats, there's lots of retweets that happen after the fact. I mean, it just carries on and on, for sure. And then you can, You can also take your chat and you can do a lot of things with it after. It becomes
That's
content.
the benefits.
Becomes content for blog posts. You
Right.
can retweet, your favorite ones. You can do an article highlighting those tweets, or you can do a whole Storify, template of it and upload it to
my.
your website. Like, there's a lot you can do with it after. It's not just during that time, because you've created content, you've created a social conversation, and now you've got tons of content.
And you have another one coming up. I believe it's on December 16th.
Yes.
Again, your Twitter account is eMumNowCalgary. eMumNowCalgary. And as it says here, December 16th. So if you're curious about what this is all about, follow this along here, and Heather will sort of just guide you through. You'll sort of see how it happens, and anyone can do it.
Yes, anyone can do it.
I love it.
Yes.
And it's free.
It's free.
Thanks, Heather.
All right, thank you.
Great talking to you, and good luck with your tweet chat.
Thank you.
There's a lot of other things happening in and around our city, including the nominations for the 19th Annual Immigrants of Distinction Award. They are officially open and will now be accepting your applications until Friday, November 28th, rather. So, yeah, you got to get on it. If you'd like more information, there's the website, www.immigrantsofdistinction.com. This is Trending on Shaw.